It's a tough ask. I'm just going to keep it all the way real. The coalition wants us to back them, but now I must ask of you to deliver. Give us something that we could sink our teeth into and just stay with. Seems like a tall ask from the coalition right now. Seems like a hard order. So guys, I have been a couple of weeks removed from Gears of War Reloaded, and I'm currently feeling like a survivor, and I'm loving every bit of it. But we are not here to talk about Gears of War Reloaded. We are going to lean into Gears of War E-Day. Okay, now Gears of War E-Day is a game that is dropping in 2026 by the coalition, and it is on every Gears of War fan's radar. Okay, and you know it's on this Black Brothers radar for sure. Now with that said, we need to talk about that project as a whole, not so much on the campaign front, but we really need to dive into the multiplayer experience, because that's where the game longevity wise is going to live at. Is Gears of War E-Day doomed right out the gate? Because let's be real, how the coalition handled Gears of War Reloaded, I know there's a lot of people that are feeling like, I don't know how they're going to handle E-Day. I don't know. And honestly, that is a respectable concern. I could see anybody kind of being skeptical of the coalition nailing the Gears of War E-Day multiplayer experience. There's no way I could fault them there. Now, within this video here, we are going to break down two key concerns that I currently have about Gears of War E-Day. And you guys already know we're going to have a healthy discussion around a reaction video. I'm going to be reacting to Animal Zero's video discussing Gears of War E-Day. This is going to be an action-packed video. If you enjoy anything Gears of War related, make sure that you like this video. Also, if you care to stay up to date with all the shooter news and updates that you care about, consider subscribing today. Now, I'm going to be very real when I say this, and listen to me good. Could Gears of War E-Day at this point even have a multiplayer? And folks, I'm not joking. Okay, after seeing personally what I have been through in recent times, right, with the coalition, Gears of War 5, what a fucking start to that game. Not the best, right? Now we're in Gears of War Reloaded. It's kind of echoing the same situation, okay? In a sorts, okay? Now, what's going to happen with E-Day? I just don't know. I'm kind of nervous on that front because I don't know if the coalition could deliver on the technical side of things and then also on the fun side of things. And honestly, that sounds scary to really say. I'm being really serious when I say this. I don't know if they could give us something healthy right out the jump that we would gravitate towards. Look how the community is divided right now currently with Gears of War Reloaded and the Nasher shotgun. Guys, the Nasher shotgun. We're divided. Some of us are just accepting what the coalition is giving us far as Gears of War Reloaded multiplayer and like, hey, I guess we'll live with this Nasher. Then you have the other camp, that is my camp, where some folks were just fed up and just walked away, all right? Just settled for the campaign, which was lit, and just kept it moving. Because honest to God, without the essential functionality of the heart of the multiplayer experience being flawed, there's no reason for you and I to stay, okay? And this might happen with Gears of War E-Day. We don't know if these guys could actually capture the magic and keep us engaged on the multiplayer front. And after all that being said, it begs the question, do we even do multiplayer? Like seriously. And I'm dead ass saying that, guys, because I really mean it. Do we even go down the multiplayer route? I know the campaign's gonna be epic. That I'm not even tripping on. That's something I could bet the house on. I feel like the campaign is going to be rock solid, okay? But it's that multiplayer. Why even do it when you can't keep us engaged? I just don't have faith that the coalition could deliver on that front. In this video, I'm basically challenging them to make me happy, to keep me engaged. For me, Abel Green to even say something positive about their multiplayer experience. I'm challenging them. I don't think they could do it. I honest to God don't think they could do it at this point. Because again, with what history shows us, these guys have a tough time gaining any momentum out the gate, okay? Out the gate, these guys are terrible. Yes, with time, it seems like they get shit right because Gears of War 5, for the most part, is functioning pretty well. But the community has let me know, Abel, it took forever for them to get to this point in Gears of War 5. And guys, that is scary. That is scary. because recently I've been playing Gears of War 5, having a blast in it, but people within my community have been very clear with me and said, Abel, about time they have done so, because it took forever for them to get the game to play like this. And you know what? There is some truth to that, because I remember playing Gears of War 5 and it came out the gate stumbling, technically and gameplay wise. I didn't stay there at all. Outside of 2 weeks, I was gone. I did the same exact thing that I did with Reloaded. After I played the campaign, beat the campaign, I was gone. I was gone. I did not stick around. I don't play. Like literally, legit. If a multiplayer game is acting up and screwing up, yo, Abel Green does not stick around. I have a short fuse for mediocrity, seriously. So if we're headed down that road again with Gears of War E-Day multiplayer, potentially, I don't want no parts of it, okay? I'm gonna be here day one playing it, checking it out, but I'm telling you, if things don't go right, man, it's gonna be a party over here, baby. It's gonna be a party over here, okay? Because I'm gonna be reporting it. We're gonna have discussions and everything concerning just that. Can the coalition think outside the box? Can they do it? For the Gears of War E-Day multiplayer experience, can they do something that's new and refreshing for the franchise? Now, I'm just challenging them on the gameplay front because I don't even think they could deliver there, right? True fun, an accurate shotgun, no referee needed in our multiplayer matches, none of that, right? I'm challenging them. I don't think they could deliver on that front. But I'm going to compound that. I'm going to double down and say, can you give us something that is new and refreshing for the Gears of War space that casuals have never seen and the hardcore folks have never seen, that would bring us together to actually enjoy a healthy multiplayer life cycle with this game? Can they do that? Some gamers were calling for like large team battles in Gears of War multiplayer. That could be cool. That could be something different. I don't know how that looks. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I don't know how that looks, but that sounds like that could be fun. I don't know if they do like some extraction type of mode or a battle royale type of thing. I personally don't know what the coalition could come up with, but I think they could do something potentially to set off something really big. I have to give them credit here. I'm going to say this now. I have to give them credit here with what they done with the Gears of War 5 multiplayer game modes. Those game modes are actually pretty damn fun. I'm not going to lie to you, because typically I just stay within execution and team deathmatch, right? But then I started to play these other game modes and get lost in them, honestly. And I was like, yo, wait, I've really been missing something here. I never touched these other game modes outside of 2v2 Nasher, execution, and again, team deathmatch. I never really went outside of that pocket, but the coalition had something with capture the flag, dodgeball, and heck, even Control, right? Control is like that classic, you know, moving King of the Hill type of deal. Those game modes were actually fire, and I cannot lie, I really enjoyed them. If they could do that in Gears of War E-Day and some, man, that would be epic, all right? If they could add their own twist and sauce to what they got going from the past, but just make everything fun, Coalition would be okay in my book, and I would love to see that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what's about to go down. I am reacting to another content creator's video here. Shout out to Animal Zero. This content creator here has dropped out a video recently titled, Gears of War Reloaded is a problem for E-Day. And also in the thumbnail, it says, what went wrong? You guys seen what I said in my title, okay? It's Gears of War E-Day doomed. We are asking the questions. I am having healthy discussions with you guys, seeing what's going on with the potential world of Gears of War. I'm excited for Gears of War's future, even though I feel personally we fumbled with Reloaded, but again, we could get back on track and build from there. Now, with that said, I'm going to react to Animal Zero's video. All his links will be down in the description below. Guys, this conversation here is going to be good. So without further ado, let's hop into it.
Well, you know, here's the thing, dude. I think that there's a big opportunity within Gears of War to build an audience because there's not a lot of people that are doing it. You know, like there's just, it's like, let me put it to you like this. If you create Call of Duty videos right now and you're just starting out, it's going to be tough to get views, man. It's oversaturated as hell.
I mean, yeah, there's some truth to that, but as a content creator, it's really up to you. It's really up to the person how they deliver. the content. Like, you guys watch me specifically for me being me. Like, I could talk Call of Duty, but I would talk it like nobody else. It would just be my own style. You guys see how I do now with my content. Never feel like something's oversaturated. You make content stand out because you bring you to the platform. Always remember that. Always remember that. I don't personally agree with his content. Yeah, saturated to a degree, but you could stand out in different ways as content creators. Always remember that, guys.
Gears of War is one of those titles. It's not oversaturated because it's been kind of in this dark age of Gears of War for a while.
That's true.
It just has. Could that change with E-Day? I hope so. I really do. I think when I look at it from a multitude of different standpoints, I just think that Gears needs it needs the community to really help fuel it over the course of time, whether it's positively or negatively.
Like, listen, he said the coalition needs us to fuel it over time, right? And champion Gears of War. They need to do right by us. Like, let's be clear. They need to do right by this community. They need to have a multiplayer in a product that just comes out the gate and actually does something for us. You understand? It's a tall ask to say, hey, we need the community to back us on this when you come out the gate stumbling and we have more problems than anything, okay? Like, when the experience just does not facilitate fun and we have just technical issue after technical issue and the community just split on how the game feels, essentially. Oh man, that's tough. It's a tough ask. I'm just going to keep it all the way real. The coalition wants us to back them, but now I must ask of you to deliver. Give us something that we could sink our teeth into and just stay with. Seems like a tall ask from the coalition right now. Seems like a hard order. We'll see with E-Day what happens, but I don't know. Bet in the house on coalition to actually give us a decent multiplayer? Oh baby. Oh baby. Tough order.
Like, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I think it's just honest feedback, honest criticism, honest praise, like all that. Like, that's what I think it needs, right? Because then coalition, if they're going to do the right thing and they're consistently updating, adding things to Reloaded, and then say in a couple of months, what if we all of a sudden get Gears of War 2 and 3? I don't think that's going to happen, but let's just say it did. How wild would that be?
I don't think that's going to happen at all. I honestly don't think that's going to happen. It's kind of like, why? It kind of would be like, why at this point? It just wouldn't make sense to me to go down that route with those projects and actually bring them out, because the whole strategy around it would just be off. Okay. I don't even know why they just didn't. And even with that said, I don't know why they just didn't drop a whole collection and just get it out the way and just start with a whole remake of the Gears of War series, right? Like, you see how we're going with E-Day. You see where we're going. Why didn't we just lock into that? I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. But do I think we'll get more Gears of War iterations? For sure. Does it make sense with how they're doing the rollouts for the Now, does it make sense with how they're doing the rollouts for these titles? It doesn't make sense at all to me. That's just me.
You know, I think that Gears of War 2 and 3 are probably going to come out, you know, after E-Day at some point, but you just never know what's getting cooked up in the background, you know, just in the lab, you know, the coalition, I'm sure they're doing a number of things. One other thing, dude, that I really would love to see though, I think that what the coalition needs to do, without a shadow of a doubt, with Gears of War E-Day, and I'm not even talking like Reloaded. I mean, I get it to an extent because it was it's a remaster of a remaster and stuff, but I'll tell you, I believe that it could have been I think it would have been really cool if the coalition flew out about a bunch of creators, wherever it was, Vancouver, or if it was somewhere here in the States, and they had a big, like, whether it's a LAN tournament or you get some pro players there, you get some creators there playing the new game, showing the new game out, before it's released to everybody else, and really like pumping up, kind of like what Battlefield 6 did, where showing a bunch of the creators, hyping up the game, people get Twitch drops and all these different things for watching. Because then you got some of the best players in the world, like pro Gears of War players playing it, and then people see them playing. They're like, holy shit, dude, these guys are unbelievable. This is crazy. This looks really cool. And you build hype that way.
Now, that's all fine and good, but that happens when your product is the premier product. Hello? Gears of War Reloaded, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry if I say this and break your heart. Well, sorry, not sorry. Gears of War Reloaded is the afterthought. It's an afterthought. This isn't a premier product. If it was something brand new and they're putting a lot of money into this and they want to showcase something new to the world and get everybody on the edge of the seat, sure. What my man Animal said right here, what Zero just said right here, makes sense. That one makes sense. But outside of that, this being like a mixtape, not even an album, Gears of War Reloaded is a mixtape. Let's be clear about that. Let's be very clear. Gears of War is a mixtape. You're not going to put that effort in. You're not going to. Why would I fly people out and do all this craziness and really showcase the game where it's just a mixtape? This isn't Thriller we're releasing. This isn't Thriller. This is some sideshow mixtape joint. You know what I mean? Gears of War Reloaded was not what Animal is saying here. And I see why the coalition didn't lean into that, because they knew what they were doing here, essentially. They knew Reloaded was just like a whatever project, right? Just to hold us over. They knew that. And the interest in what they're doing to the game showcases that. Okay? They don't need to tell me that they didn't care about this project that much. This was just something to give to the Sony people just to introduce them to the Gears of War world. You don't have to sell me on that. I see it with my own eyes. I see how you're treating it. It's just common sense right there. But to think to any degree that they were, but to think to any degree that Gears of War Reloaded was something that they really had in the forefront of their mind, and they were like, yo, we're gonna blow the socks off everybody with this one. No, not at all. Not at all. Not even remotely close, in my opinion.
If they don't do that with E-Day, it's a massive missed opportunity, and at least in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, I'm praying that with Gears of War E-Day, they decide to really lean in to the pros, the pro players, and the creators, doing like a big event, which I to be quite honest with you, I believe they will. I think that they are absolutely going to do a pretty big event for Gears of War E-Day.
They should. The coalition with Gears of War E-Day, they 110% should. If they don't, that's going to be a huge tell, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, Abel Green said it. If they don't push E-Day, how this young man is saying on that front, I wouldn't see this shit for Reloaded. I wouldn't see this for Reloaded. But if you don't push it for E-Day, that's a big tell. That's a huge tell. You know where they're trying to head with the game if they don't push it like that and fly people out and really lock in and put this game on a grand display. It's just something that we all should note if they don't go that route. Okay? Doesn't mean all doom and gloom. It doesn't mean that, guys. Okay? But it's something that we should note nonetheless.
Big launch, big, whatever you want to call it. I think that it's reasonable to expect that. And it is tough, dude. It is tough to be within a community where it just feels like, can something go right? You know?
Yes.
And it just feels like after Judgment, we were in those dark ages. And it just feels like we're kind of in the dark ages again. You know, now Reloaded gives you that, it gives you that nostalgia feel. And I've said it a number of times. We just got to get to E-Day. Just make it like playable, exciting for people until E-Day.
Right. And I feel like we fell short on the excitement bit for Reloaded. Honestly, who's really excited? Pat's out here looking for refunds. Okay. It's just sad.
And then, you know what I mean? And so that's just, that's just my personal opinion. And I could be wrong, but I really think that the creators who create content around Gears, we need to almost like recruit, like not even recruit. We need more people to create content around Gears. Because really,
Abel Green is here. I told you guys, you got me for Gears. I'm not joking. Watch the work being put in. Okay. One of the best in your face right now, living. One of the best. I'm here for you guys. You guys are here for me. I see the subs. I see the comments. We got a bond out here. We're going to carry this thing. Okay. Okay. Not on no corny stuff neither. We got to really do our thing out here. Discussions and all that. This is the new era. Okay. We're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a go. We are here. We're locked in. We are one of these content creators this young man is talking about. Believe that.
it just helps the scene as a whole. It just does. And like I said,
I'm here with it.
Good things, bad things, just honest feedback, gameplay, news, highlights, just the future, whatever, dude. There is so much content. Like when a game comes out, there really is so much content to be had around that game.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I think that it's sometimes as a creator, you find it hard to figure out, like after a game's been out for a while, like I know like a number of the creators within Gears of War were having trouble finding content to talk about when it came to Gears 5 because they were shutting down, updating the game, servicing it. They shut down Gears Esports.
You see what I missed, guys? You see what I missed? It seems like I got out right at the right time. Like Gears of War 5, it sounds like it was Struggleville for you guys. I feel bad for y'all. Like, again, I'm coming on the scene new to content creation in the Gears space. It sounds like y'all went through it. This sounds like SOCOM almost. And I love SOCOM. Holy cow. Man, it sounds like my Last of Us multiplayer, baby. My factions. Like it just dwindled to the wayside and never to be seen again. Guys, listen, I know the struggle. I am here with you. I am here. We're going to bring this thing back as far as we can and just bring some light back and some fun back. We're going to do that. And hopefully the coalition in these devs work with us. We'll see though, but I'm here for it, man. I'm here for the challenge. Let's do it.
It just seemed like all this negative stuff.
Yeah.
But Gears of War as a franchise there's so much content within Gears of War. I mean, dude, bro. Like, this is Aspo, I don't even know. Aspo Fields. This book alone, this is a #1 New York Times bestseller from Karen Travis. This book is awesome, dude. And there's so much content in this book. And then there's another book, Jacinto's Remnant. And this one, once again, by Karen Travis, has so much content in it. And so I guess what I'm saying is there is so much lore and things to talk about within Gears, like analysis to whether it is, the future of Gears of War, lore, like all kinds of different things. I don't know, dude. I believe that we got to keep the fire burning. At the end of the day, dude, that's all I want to see is I want to see all of my fellow Gears creators succeed, because if they're succeeding, it means I'm succeeding too.
That's facts. That's facts.
And we can all grow this thing fucking together, which is what I want. It just feels like it's kind of a small pact, right? Now, I think getting Icy in here, a Gears Pro who's won like, I think 15 championships, maybe it was 10 championships. I can't quite remember, but like getting Icy to do like, bro, I'm like, okay, I know he's a retired pro now. Maybe he'll return with Gears of War E-Day. But I don't know, dude. That's definitely, I'm very excited, like just to see guys like him, and hopefully he inspires others to do the same thing.
So guys, there you have it. Animal talking about the future of Gears of War, specifically Gears of War E-Day. And I like where this man is going, okay? He's positive. He wants creators to come together, facilitate good content, discussions, talking the ups and downs, and I'm all here for it. I'm going to be one of those people, Animal, that lock in on this game and create discussions and keep it lit within the Gears of War community. I got you. I promise you on that. And I promise you guys watching this video right now, I'm here for it, man. We're going to bang out with Gears of War and we're going to have a great time. Memories are definitely going to be made with this upcoming title for sure. Now, guys, tell me what you think. Do you think Animal was on to something? Do you think that we will see some sort of resurgence with Gears of War E-Day for the positive? Let me know, good or bad. Let me know down in the comment section below. Also, if you did not check out my last Gears of War video, guys, it was a banger. Be sure to click here and I'll be sure to see you there.